Okay, I'll turn this around so that maybe you can hear it a little better.
This is Robert Sellman, and the date is August 7th, 1947. Once, a long time ago, there was a young rat named Arthur who could never make up his flighty mind. Whenever his swell friends used to ask him to go out to play with them, he would only answer airily, "I don't know." He wouldn't try to say yes or no either. He would always shirk from making a specific choice. His proud Aunt Helen scolded him. "Now look here," she stated, "no one is going to eat or care for you if you carry on like this. You have no more mind than a stray blade of grass." That very night there was a big thundering crash, and in the foggy morning some zealous men with 20 boys and girls strode up and looked closely at the fallen barn. One of them slipped back a broken board and saw a squished young rat, quite dead, half in and half out of his hole. Thus, in the end, the poor shirker got his just dues. Oddly enough, his Aunt Helen was sad. "I hate such oozy, oily sneaks," she said. "Well, I shall attempt to tell a story again and hope I get done this time." A Yank and British Tommy were halted for passport inspection by a customs officer at a border of a European country. And the customs officer said, "Ah, you're a subject of the king." The Tommy saluted. He snapped, and proud of it. The customs officer examined the GI's passport. "And I presume you're a subject of the United States," he said. "Subject?" the GI asked in a puzzled voice. Then she asked, "Hell no," he said, "I own part of it." Well, these stories are quite the thing. Imagine I could throw in a couple more here. One about Abu Ben Adam. "May his tribe not increase, lest the landlord, alas, should cancel his lease." Then Marie McDonald, the actress known as the Body, is credited with this line: "Worst thing about dancing with GIs is that they're all feet while they're dancing and all hands while they're not dancing." Many boys and girls of high school age spend much time thinking about college. Since this is an important subject, the time may be possibly spent upon it. To decide is whether you should go to college or not. Too often this problem is not given sufficient consideration. Because your best friend is going to college, your parents may feel that, of course, maybe your talents are better suited to a technical or professional training. To an institution where you will spend 4 vital years of your life. Ask yourself whether you have a definite idea of what profession or business you wish to follow after your school days are over. Maybe your tastes lie in farming or forestry. Have you any reason to believe that you will succeed in this vocation? If you have already made your choice, look into the curricula of all the institutions of higher learning, both near and far, to discover which offers the best course in the field of your special interest. If you have not made your final decision, choose a college which will give you a broad general training, with which you may mingle your specialized training later on. Here's my reading for the subject. There's a lot of difference between reading and thinking on the subject. This can be read illustrated. Story of the group of French who were assembled discussing problems of the day, such as rights of men and women. Seems they've discussed it to a point where one Frenchman was saying that men had certain rights, women had certain rights. Although there was a difference in the men and women, I hope you all will agree that it's different. So at this point, we'll sum it up.
The second side was much rougher than the first one.
And the date is August.
The second side was much rougher. I think the quality of the recording was not quite as good.
I don't even remember. I remember this story that you cut off at the end, and that was I don't know if you got that part or not, but at the end the story was there is a difference between men and women. Vive la différence. I had that in there someplace.
No.
I said, and I think that got missed somehow. That was my big killer line there on that.
Vive la différence.
Well, you can see how there's some moldy spots or
Oh
something.
yeah.
I think they cleaned it a little bit, but it's now. You did this 63 years ago. Do you think your voice?
I don't know. Do you think it is different?
It sounded different to me.
At first, I had a hard time recognizing your voice. Kay said she picked it up right away. She recognized you, but you were 20 years old at the time. You'd gotten out of the Army. It kind of surprised me because it just doesn't sound like the same cadence that I've always heard you speak.
It didn't sound to me like his voice.
Yeah. Now, do you remember going in and actually doing the recording?
More or less, yeah. The professor, I don't know if he's a doctor or not, was Woods was the speech guy. And I liked him. He liked me too. I think I got a B out of the course or something like that. I didn't ace it, but I did all right. I didn't kill myself working at it.
This was at Iowa State Teachers College?
No, yeah, at Iowa State Teachers College there at Cedar Falls.
Well, now on here, you've wrote up here in the corner.
I can't read it.
It's Carl Folster.
Carl Folster.
Speech 20.
Yeah, Carl was in the same class as me, I think.
Well, how come his name's on that?
Mr.
Woods.
Woods, yeah.
Speech 20, I can't read that. 11 o'clock. Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I have Mr. Woods, so it must have not been Doctor. See, that was my first year. I started in the spring of 47. They had quarter system there. So I took summer school to kind of catch up a little bit that year. So this was part of it in that. God, I was windy. I didn't realize I talked that much on there.
Did it cost you anything to make this?
No.
He just had the equipment there. And
Yeah, I did it.
So how did you get that back then?
I don't know. Probably stole it. No, I don't know how I got it.
Now, did you have these written out, or did you just do
I
this
don't
on top of your
remember.
head?
Don't remember.
So this was in August. That must have been near the end of the term then, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Or,
Is that the only one that you recorded that you can remember, or did you do any others?
no, not that I know of.
Huh.
I gave a speech about hitchhiking in there with my speech in the class, and he was rocked back in his chair listening, and all of a sudden he went, that chair came down and he started laughing. The professor, because I stood there and I pretended I was hitchhiking like this. And about the third time I went like that. And that chair hit the floor and he started laughing. Do you know the joy of hitchhiking? I started it. I hadn't said a word. I started out being silent, doing all that. Then I went into the speech on the thing. See?
Did your mom ever hear that recording?
I don't know if she did or not. I do remember that.
Like I said, I sent a copy of that to Mark and haven't heard anything from him. But 3-minute speech there, or actually it was about a 3.5-minute speech. No, I enjoyed that. I thought that was good.
Well, I'm glad you have it. It's
Yeah.
I'm surprised in a way that it survived after 63 years. It hasn't been broken in two or ever.
Or what was it? Did Mom have it or something? Or
Boy, I don't know where it was. It's kind of moved around, but I ended up with it. Maybe it was your mom. Now that I think about it, I think it was, and it may have been in that trunk. I think your mom did have a hold of it. Yeah, I forgot about that. So maybe she did listen to it at some point. I don't know.
Probably
wish-
wasn't
She
interested.
probably did. No, I bet she does.
And she
Mothers are
kept-
interested in everything.
And
their
she
kids
kept it,
do.
yeah. Well, that was.
Yeah, that was fun to listen to.